The story of the day, Alkem Labs and Dr. Lal, Pathlabs could not have hoped for a better D3 debut, with both the stocks rallying in trade as soon as they got listed. And while this is definitely great news for the two pharma majors, how do they stack up against each other and their peers? Ekta Batra is standing by with that comparison. Ekta, exactly how do they stack up? Tell us.
Well, it was a stellar listing for both the new kids on the block, both Alkem as well as Dr. Lal's Pathlabs. But what do the valuations look like? For Alkem Labs, it was more of a catch-up to its peers, Torrent Pharma, as well as Alembic Pharma. So, for example, if you compare it, Alkem at around 1,050, which was the issue price, it was trading at around 14 to 15 times FY16 estimated EPS. Now, if you look at it, it's gone up to levels of around 19 to 20 times FY16 estimated EPS of around 72 odd rupees, but it's largely in line with the likes of Torrent, which is in fact trading at around 15 to 17 odd times, and Alembic, which is trading at around 19 to 20 odd times. But that's really not the case for Dr. Lal's Pathlabs, which saw its valuations already elevated shoot up even higher. So, for example, the market cap stood at above 6,500 crores versus the listing market cap of around 4,500 crores odd, and is now trading at around 47 times FY17 price to earnings as compared to an already elevated 32 times, which was at the issue price of 550 rupees.
All right, Ekta, thanks for that. But just hang in, there's more news from the pharma space. But before we go to that, we spoke to the management of both these companies, Alkem Laboratories and Dr. Lal Pathlabs. Both have aggressive expansion plans in 2016.
We would like to maintain our growth, so far, which we have shown. And with the expansion plans, the profit margin might come down a little bit. We are going to build two more national reference labs, one in Kolkata, one in Lucknow, and the ecosystem around it. So there might be a little bit of diminishing of the EBITDA margins. We've raised about 630 to 640 crores. And as you know, that this was a completely secondary, sale for offering. So we already have about 250 or 237 crores in our, reserves. So those are going to be deployed first.
If you look at last 5 years, the company has delivered a growth of top-line growth of around 22.3%, with a strong growth coming from both domestic markets of around 17.5% and from international markets around 45.5%. The margins in the last few years were depressed because of certain reasons. One of the most important reasons for that was, our investments in international markets, where we filed around 69 ANDAs, but 2/3 of our portfolio could not get commercialized and is waiting for approval from US FDA. Also, we made investments in certain therapy areas in domestic market. So as these investments turn around, we expect our margins to expand going forward.
All right, let's go.